Hey guys, Jay here and welcome to another tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this specific arm bracer and honestly just any generic arm brace thing that you want to make. So without further ado, let's face this camera down and start the build. Alright, so here is all of the materials you're going to need for this build. Craft foam and a pen of some kind. I also didn't add the piece of paper in this, but you can use a piece of paper to make a template. It's not hard. I'll tell you how to do that too, but we're not going to make the actual template in this because I already have like something we're going to use anyway, but I'll tell you how anyway. Scissors for cutting out whatever design you make. Anything that you're going to use as decoration. So for this, I'm going to be actually using just these gems here. So just these. But I did put some other stuff out here so you could see. So I have these little wooden heart things. This one has a pin back because this one is actually a pin that I made. Well, I just glued a pin back to it and then painted it. That's all it was. But you can use wood things. I would suggest using wood glue to glue these on because it stays a lot better. As well as I bought these little eyeball things. I used these on my Noel guns, so if you go back to that tutorial thing, you can see where I used these. But they work the same as gems, they're just not detailed, whereas gems have like a crystal design to them. These are just flat across, so these are kind of like googly eyes, but better, they're stronger, they're not crappy plastic, these are resin. As well as whatever these are, I have a bunch of different shapes. I have kinds that look like wheels, and then these kinds that look like nubs. So yeah, a bunch of different kinds of things like that. Anything you want to use for your band that you're making, or whatever else you're making with this craft foam, you can also cut out like a design. Like this one's going to be for fire, so I'm using this red gems, but you can actually draw a fire symbol, like what looks like fire, cut it out and glue that onto the foam as like a second layer of foam if you really want to. But I'm not doing that because I like the look of gems a little bit better. And last, I'm actually missing two items because I can't locate them and I have to go searching for them, and I didn't realize that when I started this. But the two missing ones are Velcro and a paint brush. It was pretty obvious paintbrush with the paint here, but the Velcro might not be as obvious. I used Velcro to close it. So that's what you need Velcro for. Get the smaller kinds. You can get it in a big strip, and then you can just cut it down to whatever sizes you need. That's the best way to do it. That's what I did. I just lost mine. Anyway, you're also going to need paint to go with that paintbrush, and this is actually the same color that this one is, so that makes this color. So that's what we're going to be using, because when I get to the point of where it needs to be painted, I'm just switching over to that one anyway. So we're not actually painting the one that I'm cutting out today. You'll also need these kind of pliers, these needle nose pliers. I specifically got ones that had a curve to the tip, because it makes it so you can set like that rather than straight down. This is probably easy for you guys to see anyway. You know, you can't really see me doing that, but holding them like this, you can see it better. Plus, this is a better way to hold it, and you can see it better when you're using them. So I always like these. These are like my favorite ones. As well as the glue to hold down whatever you're putting on there. Like I said, wood glue is probably best for the wood stuff that you're putting on there. And if it's all going to be one color, you might as well put those on first. But the gems that I have are specific colors, so I have to add them last after I paint and everything. So super glue is a really good way to do that. But like I said, you can use wood glue. I suggest Elmer's wood glue, so that's some good stuff. And just in case, because I know it's, you know, something that someone might ask me, you can seal before you paint, depending on what paint you use. If you use these kind of paints, these acrylic paints, brush on, you do not have to seal your foam, because this stuff does not eat foam. But spray paint does, and it doesn't stick very well. It looks really bad. So what I would suggest is either using school glue, the white stuff you get, when you're going to school, that kind of stuff, in the little, like, bottle, I guess, with the orange top, you know what I mean. So that stuff, or Mod Podge. Different types of Mod Podge. I would not recommend the purple one, because this is a hard coat, so that will not be a good idea. But there is different types of Mod Podge that you can buy that won't harden your prop, accessory, whatever you're making. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to show you how to kind of make the template for this. This is the back side. I just paint one side and it looks fine. So what you do is take a piece of paper, fold it in half, then measure around your arm, and then leave. You can see that there's an overlap there. Just leave about that much space. It's like a half an inch or something, and then just measure that out. Make the design. You guys know how to make a template. That's not hard. Really, most channels that do tutorials will have how to do that. I'm pretty sure I have those in some other tutorial, so they're not really all that needed. But since I have an actual one that I'm going to be using, I don't have to go through that hassle again. So we're just going to trace this one out and cut it out. Alright, so now that we have this cut out, obviously, so we're going to flip this one back over because we're going to be using this one. What you're going to do now is just paint this. So, grab your paint. Oops, there we go. Grab your paint and paint it whatever color you're going to paint it. Just remember to shake up your paints that are acrylic. Well, I mean, I guess all paints you got to shake up anyway, but they will be kind of flat when you get them, so make sure to give them a really good shake. Get them all not watery, basically, and then just go ahead and paint it. I would use a wider paintbrush. Whatever you want, doesn't really matter. However you paint it, just paint it. And then once you're done painting it, you're just going to glue on the Velcro here. And I will tell you, I used hot glue for these, and I should have used the super glue. Use the super glue with this. You might want to score it a little bit, so I'm going to teach you how to do that too. So to score it, you can use your scissors if you want. Doesn't really matter. If you have an X-Acto knife or something, or a box knife, that'd be better. But basically, you're just making little incisions that aren't deep. And all that's doing is you're just opening up the foam a little bit so that when you put the glue inside there, it has something to stay on. Once you're done painting it, do that on the painted side, obviously, and then glue it on. And then you can do that on the back side for the other one. Alright, so now I have everything ready to put the gems on. They're all upside down on here. These two are red, these two are white. So I have the red ones and the white ones. The white ones are going to go like on the sides, kind of. Then a red one's going to go here. Then a red one's going to go here. It's going to look like a button on the back. You'll see. It looks pretty awesome. But anyway, so basically we're just going to pop out the glue. Or pop it open. Make sure it's opened, you know. So yeah, these ones you have to cut open a little bit. But anyway, so we're gonna find out where this is gonna go on there. It's gonna go around the center, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right around the center there. Stick that bad boy on there. Just like that. And then you will want to let it dry a little bit, so, you know, do whatever. And then we're going to go on with the rest of these in time lapse. Alright, and we are done. This is literally it. So, I could have painted it gold, actually, now that I think about it. It might have looked a little bit nicer as gold. I might actually redo this when I find all the rest of my stuff. like the rest of my Velcro and my paintbrush. I might make a gold one and see how much I like it is the difference. But this is it. So now you just do this. Boom, there it is. Just like that. And like I said, you're going to want to use the super glue on the Velcro, because it does try to pop off of there. So it might actually pop off while I'm using it. So I might hit under it with some super glue or take it off, because it can just pop right off. I had these hot glued on before and it just popped right off, so I learned to use super glue. And I did notice now it is kind of off center. Nothing I can do about that. I could probably just shave this down actually, because it looks like if I shave that down, it'll kind of center it out and it'll look fine. And we're just going to put the camera right back up. So that concludes the video on how to make this bracer. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, maybe subscribe. I will be doing some more bracer videos eventually here in the future that are going to be a lot harder than this one. I'm going to do a few, I don't know. They're going to be ones that show you how to do more intricate stuff, as well as, you know, whatever else I happen to make in the future. So stay tuned for those, and I'll see you guys later.